Woo, man, another insane couple nights of actions, but now we're finally getting into the good stuff, as now the entire nights are going to be dedicated to just Best of the Super Juniors 26. Hello everybody, I'm just a simple man, and my name is Noah Foster, and welcome once again to this retrospective / continued bracketology video covering the Best of the Super Juniors 26. We have now gone through another couple nights of action, but now it gets real as we got 3 nights of consecutive action ahead. Each night with 10, count them, 10 matches, interjecting Block A and Block B matches back to back to back to back against each other in that order. So before we get into the next card, let's just talk about what we've had so far and see how our bracket is doing here, at least mine is. So a lot of my picks pretty much have been pretty spot on. I've only messed up really matches since the first couple of days. And right now the current scores stand with Tiger Mask at 4, Show with 2, Dragon Lee at 4, Teton with 2, Marty Scurll with 6, Jonathan Gresham with 2, Taichimori with 6, Kanemaru with 0, Taka with 0, and Shingo Takagi with 6. And that's just Block A. Let me just say this to sum it up. My defined pick, Shingo Takagi, who I believe will go through this unscathed, still in perfect shape, despite the fact how much Suzuki-gun worked on his leg that night when he faced Kanemaru in the main event. He persevered and overcame Taiji's interference as well. And I thought that was a very good match. But there's no doubt in my mind, you can't argue with some of the matches of the night have been delivered by freaking Show. Show's still freaking absolutely unbelievable. Finally got his first victory against Taka, so he's finally on the board with 2 points. I'm sure that won't be his last, though. I feel like Show is a sleeping hero in this. Tiger Mask with a very strong defense against Marty Scurll, basically going down to his antics scene, but Scurll is still showing strong too, going 6 as well. And then of course you got Taichimori, who has pleasantly surprised me, definitely on the up and up. He's both defeated the champ now, and he defeated also CMLL's own Teton. So right now this really comes down to, I think, Ishimori, Takagi, and Scurll, but I'm still sticking with Shingo to take this whole entire A block all the way. And shout out to Raphael, I believe. He corrected me, and apologies if I was wrong as well to anyone else that realized it. It's only the top 2 scores overall, the top score in Block A and the top score in Block B, that will face each other off in the grand finale. Or is it top 2 overall? Anyway, it's just top 2. There's no semifinals, so ignore that very first video comment. Moving on to Block B, though, it's much more, I feel like, in maybe slightly same shape. I mean, you got the sleeping hero Taguchi here. It's like he really has been reborn. He's perfect right now. He's gone 3 for 3, and he closes each show he's on, which really surprised me sometimes, because I think at least one match before it should have closed the show, hence Ospreay's match against, excuse me, I'm losing my voice here, against Yo. But anyway, I digress. Let's just go down the boards real quick. Ryusuke, apologies if I butchering names. I'm just going to say the names the best I can. Taguchi, he's got 6. Ospreay with 6. Romero with 2. Yo with 2. Bandito with 2. Narita with 0. El Fantasma with 6. Robbie Eagles with 4. Dukai with 2, and Bushi with 0. Takeaways from this last couple of days. Will Ospreay and Yo, definitely my favorite match, I think, out of the 2 days. Absolutely phenomenal. Taguchi, he never seems to disappoint me. Always surprises me. The fact he survived that miss and the brutal onslaught from Bushi and got him to tap out is credit to him. He truly is on the up and up. He's now matched his score from last year. Can he get more from this? Can he go unscathed? I really don't know. But every night so far he's closed the show and won. And then you have Yo, who finally picked up a victory against Bandito. And I'm glad that he did. You know, he's on the board. But Bandito, he got his vengeance against a guy he knows very well from Mexico, Dukai, 10 years experience. Really going off emotion, I feel, in this match, since he got, you know, disrespected when his match was taken off by Dukai. And he finally won a match, and now he's on the board with 2 points. There was a great Bullet Club encounter between El Fantasma and Robbie Eagles, but I still believe Robbie Eagles is going to go through this whole thing nearly unscathed. Bullet Club is looking very strong in this, by the way, overall. Then you got Narita, the Sleeping Giant. I'm of the Young Lion. I'm just waiting for him to get his first victory. He had a nice bout with Rocky Romero. I like to think some respect was gained there, and the fact Rocky believes that one day he could be a fit for Chaos, that says a lot to where that guy can go. As far as the rest of these competitors, Bushi, Dukai, and Romero, I'm not sure how much farther they can go as far as getting points, but we'll wait and see. And again, I believe as far as who's going to take the B block, it's literally going to come down to, I believe, El Fantasma and Will Ospreay. I feel like Taguchi is having a great run, but I don't think he could take the whole thing. I just don't. I'm sorry. But with that, if I had to pick one person to take the B block overall, I'm just going to go with what I want my finals to be. I'm going with Ospreay on this. He's reinvented himself. He feels like he's a heavyweight that can take on heavyweights. I feel like Ospreay versus Takagi would be an incredible finale to this Best of Super Juniors. But with that, why don't we get into a night of predictions? Because instead of going through several nights of predictions at once, I'm only going to do these one night at a time and give you a brief retrospective each night in my match of the night. Because for May 22nd, May 23rd, and May 24th, each night, 10 matches. 5 from A and 5 from B. As we continue to go down towards the finale. And all these nights are going to take place from Corrigan Hall, which I think is really cool. So why don't we talk about our next night coming up, which literally is a few hours after this video goes live on my channel. So our first night of action is May 22nd, and we have 10 matches. Let's just get right into them. First match, representing Block A, it is Taiji Ishimori versus Taka Mizunoku. Sorry, this kind of seems easy to me. Taka has yet to receive a point. Ishimori is all about trying to make this thing reborn, and he's well on his way. Perfect streak, I think it's going to continue. I see Taiji Ishimori with the win. Moving on from there, we got Bandito versus Ren Narita. Bandito finally got his first win. This is the first match representing Block B for this night. Narita's still looking for his first win, but I feel like Bandito's finally now in the right mindset. He's past Dukai now, so he can look forward. So I am going to go with Bandito, and I feel like it's going to be a nice fun bout, but I don't see it lasting long. Following that, we have Jonathan Gresham versus Teton. Now, both these men are in very interesting situations. The fact that they both only have 2 points. Both men critically can use the win here. And in case I haven't figured out now, it's going to be Block A, Block B, Block A, Block B, all the way through the night. This is Block A. But I am going to go with, because it's Ring of Honor versus CMLL. So this can go either way. This one's actually a little tougher. But I think I'm going to go with the submission specialist here and say Jonathan Gresham picks up another 2 points. Following that, we have, ooh, this is going to be interesting. Roppongi 3K's own Rocky Romero versus Yo, representing Block B. So Rocky Romero, he's only got 2 points. Yo only's got 2 points. It's literally manager versus partner, and basically friends in chaos. This match could go either way. Rocky Romero trying to be out here proving a lot to himself. He's been showcasing incredible actions, heart, and matches. But I believe that Yo is going to go over here over Rocky Romero. I feel like Yo's going to want it more and is going to find a way to win. And Rocky Romero has not really used sneaky style yet at all. So unless he uses that, I don't see him being Yo, and I don't see him using that. I see him fighting honorably. Because, honestly, everyone has pretty much fought honorably, for the most part. But you know who hasn't, because you know Suzuki Gun. Anyway, I'm going with Yo for the win on this one. Going back to Block A, we have the veteran, Tiger Mask versus Dragon Lee. Tiger Mask has taken abuse to his legs throughout all of his matches, hands down. I'm not sure how much longer his legs can hold up, but this is a well-respected New Japan original. And then you got Dragon Lee, the champion here, IWGP Light Heavyweight Champion. I am going to go with, because this would be a huge coup if he beat Dragon Lee, but I don't see it happening, and I feel like it's going to be mutual respect and time to be like, you're the future. I'm going with Dragon Lee for the win here. And following this, we have LIJ versus Suzuki Gun. It is Bushi versus Dukai representing Block B. Both men definitely could use this, but right now Dukai, he is 2 points up on Bushi, who has absolutely nothing. And I feel like that Taiji's not going to be far behind. And while the Young Lions help Taguchi against Dukai and all of Taiji's antics, I don't see him helping either one of these two. And Bushi right now is just can't seem to pick up the win. I am going to go with Dukai resorting to a steel pipe, Taichi antics, and other matters here, picking up the win and going up to 4 points. Following this, we have Sho versus Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Yoshinobu Kanemaru, the heel master representing Suzuki Gun. This is in Block A, by the way. Sho representing Roppongi 3K. I feel like he is just the guy waiting to break out of this entire thing, even if he does only have, I believe, 2 points. But I see Sho picking up the win here. And following that, we have Robbie Eagles representing Bullet Club versus Taguchi. Now, Taguchi's already tied his score from last year's Best Super Juniors. And Eagles, yeah, he lost to El Fantasmo, but has had a pretty good run overall against the likes of Rocky Romero and that Young Lion. But this is Taguchi. It's not the main event, though. It's not the closing match. This is actually the 8th of 10 matches. So with that, I am going to say, though, that this is a little tougher for me. But I'm all behind Taguchi in this. I feel like he can break his score for this match. It might even be his last match he actually wins at this point. I'm not sure. But I am going to go with Taguchi for the win here. And following that, we have... Block A. Last match for Block A this night. Mighty Skrull, the villain, versus the Dragon. And currently unscathed and still to lose in singles competition, Shingo Takagi. Alright. So Mighty Skrull, the weapon here, the ace in the hole, the reason he might actually win this, slim margin, but might win this, I gotta imagine, bro, it's gonna be coming down to Brody King and his involvement. But this is Shingo Takagi. This guy, I don't know what to think about this guy besides next IWGP Light Heavyweight Champion, or even future potential opponent for IWGP Heavyweight Championship, whether it's filled by Okada versus or Jericho or Jay White or someone else for that matter, especially with G1 Climax coming up. So with that, I'm going to keep it simple because that's what I do. And I am just going to say right here, right now, Shingo Takagi continues his run unscathed and wins. But it's not going to be easy against the villain with Brody King in his corner. But Shingo takes this victory. Which leads us to our last match of that night, Block B, 10th match. Oh man, this is one I've been waiting for a long time. Rev Pro UK meet New Japan Pro Wrestling. It's come full circle, and boy, what a personality change. Will Ospreay versus El Phantasmo. Okay, let's think about this here. They're both going to have 30 minutes total. The closest the match has come to, I think, going to a draw is about 26, 27 minutes. These two can certainly go the distance, and I like to think that both of them believe they're heavyweights, even though Phantasmo is the undisputed Cruiserweight champion, Rev Pro Cruiserweight champion, after winning a hellacious ladder match against David Starr. And Will Ospreay, he thinks he's redefined. Obviously, his friend has adapted a new attitude, and he will resort to any sort of methods to win. And I feel like these guys are going to beat the daylights out of each other. But I got to pick a winner. So, someone's going to be 8, someone's going to be 6. Someone's going to be unscathed still, and someone is not. So with that being said, I am going with, this is the breaking point. I say Will Ospreay beats El Phantasmo. And it's going to be too sweet. And I feel like the El Phantasmo is going to try and reach out to his friend Ospreay. Like, remember good times, come down, man, or reach out for a handshake. Try to betray him, and Ospreay is going to be like, no, you're not getting me like that. I am going with Ospreay to win this one. Whew. All right, so that concludes this night of predictions and bracketology retrospective for the best of Super Juniors 26 for the night of May 22nd. It's going to be an incredible night of action, and then we got May 23rd and May 24th, and I will treat both those same nights respectively, and then we have a day break. With that, thank y'all for watching. I'm just a simple man and a lifelong fan of wrestling. So if you want to follow me, talk more wrestling, and like, share, retweet, subscribe, comment, my YouTube channel here is youtube.com/users/NoahFoster210. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell if you want more of these videos. I do a video, it seems now, about once every week. Stay tuned for my weekly podcast series on cruiserweight wrestling in general, which is why I'm very happy, excited, and invested in this event, called 205 Life Matters. And I'll be talking more about cruiserweight wrestling on them too. And as my summer wrestling I like to call continues, stay tuned for more wrestling pay-per-view predictions outside WWE throughout the entire summer, including New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling, and definitely AEW. With that, thank you all for watching. Take care. Enjoy this. Enjoy wrestling. Enjoy life. And until the next video, have a good night.